Hello ladies and gentlemen, today it's October 30th, 2011. My name is Silverfish and you are watching Overgrowth Weekly number 46. And yeah, Halloween times, man. So since it's Halloween, that means buying cheap games on Steam and I don't know, eating candy, I guess. Yeah, best holiday ever. So today we have a pretty cool show for you guys. We have a pretty cool show. I'm just going to show you the agenda. Feast your eyes upon it. Feast your eyes upon the agenda. Okay, as usual, we're going to take a look at this week's alpha, and then we have 2 new levels. We have some updated mods and stuff like that as well, and an art test review this week. So there's some pretty nice stuff we have for you this week. And just so you guys know, Anton is going to drop in soon, hopefully. He's just he was doing some work things, I think, so he'll be joining us soon. But until then, let's just dive into the latest alpha, Alpha 154, and see what's up with that. Some kind of video game, this, I don't really know. Okay. And then, of course, we have the little we have the checkbox thing that learn_more made for me. Thanks again. Okay, this week there are 2 new things. Enemies walk to investigate sounds, and sounds are dampened by obstacles. And all these other things are basically fixes for crashes and bugs, so they're not incredibly interesting to look at. So I'm actually just not going to do that this time. Instead, I'm going to show you that the enemies walk to investigate sounds and that the sounds are dampened by obstacles. So let's bring up the game. I have set up a very quick level here, where with one enemy on the other side of this block and the player here. So if I run to over here, now you can see that he is clearly not in my field of view. So if I jump when I stand here, he won't be reacting. But if I stand so that I am in his field of view, so my sound has direct contact with him, I guess you could say, he will react to my sound, turn around and run towards me. And this, of course, makes stealth much better than it used to be. In the previous versions, I wouldn't be able to sneak around like this because he would hear me. So if I sneak over here now, he will react to me because the sound can travel that much easier through air than through obstacles. So yeah, best addition ever for choking dudes and stuff. Yeah. And those are the two new big features. They're actually quite small, but they add a lot to the actual gameplay. Makes just playing much. Just feels much better. There's just not much you can say about it. It's just stealth felt almost like it was unnecessary before. It didn't have a meaning. You could actually not do stealth very well at all because sound could travel through anything very easily. So it's very good to see that that's fixed now. And as I said, I'm not going to go through all these other because they're just bug fixes, so not very interesting to listen to. Okay, so that's this week's weekly alpha. Let's move on to the community segment where we take a look at what's new with the community. So first up, we have the fan art watch as usual. In this part, we take a look at the latest fan art for Overgrowth, posted in the fan art thread on the Wolfire forums. So this week, let's start out with this one. This image is created by Brandel on the Wolfire forums. He says, "Look at me, I'm actually proud." And he should be. I like this image. It's just the style and their expressions and everything it's just awesome. This is also sweet. I'm actually surprised no one has gotten one of these guys as their avatar yet. Because they would make very good avatars. They would make very, very good avatars. So yeah, that nice image there made by Brandel. A job well done. And then we have an image by Mr. Andridge, looking like this. He writes about this image: focused on landscape. And that's all that he wrote. You can see in the foreground, obviously, we have the theme from last week, which was goats. So the goat is coming back, but apparently he has got a focus on the actual landscape in this image. This image kind of confuses me in some ways, because it looks kind of like a cave. I think it's a cave. It feels very much like a cave. And so you can see in the distance there, almost in the middle of the image, you have this source of light there. So I'm imagining that if I go through there, I go outside. But then if you look to the left of that source of light, the atmospheric perspective there tells you that the cave is deeper. So how can there be... I mean, the opening might go to the right or something? I don't know, it just looks very weird to me. But that's probably just me being being weird though, of course. But in general, this image is super duper awesome. Just the style and everything. I mean, Andridge, we've said it many times before, Andridge is very good at drawing. And the thing is that he focused on the landscape, but the goat in the foreground looks super amazing as well. So yeah, that's the little criticism that I can give to this image, is that's kind of weird. Yeah, very, very, very nice image. A very nice image. Yeah, Girth in the chat, he is smoking. He's smoking. That goat is smoking. Something hot. It's nice, it's nice. So well done, Andridge, on that image. I'm sure we'll see more from him in the future. We've seen some things in the past, and he's just so good. So that is the end of the fan art watch for this week. There were only 2 pieces of fan art. You guys, you need to start doing some more fan art. I really do not want to have to tell you to do more fan art, but you know, you really should, man. You just should gotta do more fan art, man. Okay, next we have Challenge 5 by Zramulis. So Zramulis released a level of the 5th challenge in Luguru. Actually, I should have a little video here. There we go. So this video is just a playthrough of his level. And Anton has made loads of... I think he played through it like 2 or 3 times in one video or something. Has been uploaded. So if you've played Luguru, you probably recognize this level. You can now see over the whole level, which is nice, very, very clearly. And it just looks great. It's kind of weird actually, how these old levels feel so fun to play. Right, Anton?
Absolutely. I completely agree. Indeed.
Yes, yes, indeed. So, hi, Anton.
Hey guys, what's up?
So we're currently looking at Zramulis' Challenge 5 level that he created.
Excellent.
Shown off kind of a video of that level while talking about it. So you have played this level, I know. So what do you have to say about it?
What's amazing is, aside from there were some sort of issues getting it running for the first time, but once it was up and running, it really felt like I was back in Lugaru, except for with cooler physics, cooler rabbits, cooler, combat. and yeah, I really felt like it was like playing this game that I, you know, always loved to play.
Yeah. Like, I was saying that as well, that do you agree that these levels, these challenge levels, are among the most fun levels to play in Overgrowth right now?
They're certainly the levels that I have been playing the most when I play Overgrowth lately. There's just something about them. They feel just fun to play, you know? They're simple, they're not overly complex. But there's something about them, you know? There's just the right sort of balance of stealth and action, and yeah, you know, I feel like I'm missing some of the newer elements of Overgrowth when I play them, but I feel like they are a good challenge. They are a good sort of quick in and out of the game, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're great.
They really are great. I'm actually kind of surprised that they are so fun. Because they are so simple. If you compare these to some of the other levels where you need to travel long distances and stuff, I mean, that's fine and all, but maybe it's that you get back into the action much quicker with these levels instead of having to actually run at all. I mean, running around is fun, but without the checkpoint system it feels kind of like, oh, I failed somewhere and now I need to replay this whole level, and it's going to take several minutes to just get to the action.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the big thing, the big sort of problem with that, yeah, I mean, is exactly that. But also, then the levels feel really short. You know, these levels, I feel like I can, you know, I don't know which video you watched of them, but if you watch, I made a video of this level as well, and you know, I'm beating it in, you know, 15 to 30 seconds, and that's a whole level. So it works well as you know, like a challenge map, like what they were, but I don't get the feeling that it's sort of like a campaign worthy level, you know?
Yeah. I agree.
So they're a lot of fun, and they're short and they're quick, and they're complete, because you do play it from beginning to end in 30 seconds, and that's sort of what you expect from a level like that. Whereas these levels where you travel, you sort of expect maybe a story to happen, or, you know, something interesting more than just wandering for a long time and then you fight and then you either start over or you die.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that that's the problem with the big levels, is that they're missing maybe detail and gameplay elements that are story related, checkpoint related, function related, you know, and you don't feel as rewarded finishing a long level as you do for these levels that, you know, okay, I've beat the 3 or 4 enemies that were there, and now I've won.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's very good, very good description of how you, and probably others feel about these levels as well.
Cool. But they are great, and I really encourage everyone to play them, download them, and have fun, especially if you liked Lugaru and if you liked those challenges. I know that was one of my favorite things in Lugaru, was playing the challenges, so.
Yeah, same here. So yeah,
Awesome.
That's Zeramili's Challenge 5 level. We suggest you check it out.
Awesome.
And next we have that video you were talking about, among other things. We have ASAP's Challenge and Challenge 5, which you made videos of.
I did.
We haven't really talked about ASAP's Challenge yet, have we?
I thought we did last week, because we sort of talked about the... Yeah, I think we have.
Okay, good.
You did a playthrough of it, though, I think for last week, and I was supposed to have done one for last week, and while I had recorded it, it's now finally available, so, yeah.
Yeah. So you made a video of Aesop's challenge, and you made a video of Zramuli's challenge 5 level as well.
Correct. Yes.
So everyone should check those out as well. You go about both level differently than I did. I mean, that just shows how many different ways you can beat a level in this game.
Right. Well, when I was playing Lugaru Challenge 5, really all I did was I just recorded myself playing through it a few times, and what's amazing to me is that even when I try and do the same path, the combat is different, the result is different, and every time you play these levels, it's not exactly the same. So that's one of the great things about how the combat system works in Overgrowth.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I just need to add something. My new favorite attack in Overgrowth, I think, is when you strangled someone, okay, and then you walk up to a wall, and you let go of him, and then you smack him in the head so he flies face first into the wall.
Nice.
That's the best one ever. I do that
Sounds
in
awesome.
in the video I just showed you for challenge 5 that I did. I'm going to upload it maybe tomorrow or something like that. And it's just so satisfying. You need to try that sometime.
I believe that I will try it very soon.
Nice. So check out those 2 videos made by Anton. Yeah.
Did you watch them?
Yeah, I did watch them.
Did you like my ending to Challenge 5?
I'm not sure I remember the... Oh yeah, yeah. Let's
If
look
I
at
should
the
give
ending.
away the ending?
Should we look at the ending?
If you want.
The ending is kind of awesome, actually.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, I can't watch.
And then it fades out, and it dies. And I'm not sure if you saw that, but the knife that he threw actually stuck in the ground.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't expecting that to happen. It just happened to happen, so I was like, okay, I have to put that in now.
Yeah. I was kind of disappointed at the end when you faded out. I was like, oh, I wanted to see him crash into the ground and die.
Exactly.
And then it came back, and you crashed into the ground and died, and I was like, thank you, Anton. And then the knife came and stuck into the ground, and I was like, thank you, God.
Nice. Yeah, that's about how it worked out for me too. When I was recording it and I jumped off the end, I was like, okay, I'm just jumping off the edge and it'll be cool. And I was like, oh, it'll be funny. I'll fade out right before I die, and everyone will be like, boo, and then I'll bring back the ending. And then I did that, and then I saw it land, and I was like, yes, best video ending ever.
Yeah, we should end every Overgrowth Weekly like that. Just stick a knife in the ground, and we're like, done.
Would be awesome.
Yeah, but those videos, once again, check them out. They're really cool.
Cool.
Okay, next we have another level. We have SAS Playground by Adwoga. So Adwoga just released like a few minutes ago, 41 minutes ago, even, this level. So I haven't actually played through it yet, but this level is a playground for training an assassin. Learn to parkour, stealth, fight hand to hand and versus a weapon. Learn to counter stealth, and finally complete your listing by talking to Master Skelly Guy Man. Oh yeah. So he's got quite a few images here, which is cool. Very nice promotional stuff.
It's yeah. I haven't had time to play the level, but I loaded the level and I built a navigation map and calculated shadows. And then randomly my guys started to chase each other, and it chased, once you put in the navigation map, it chased someone down another level and around, and the level started looking really cool. So I'm really excited to play this level and see what happens. So
Nice.
yeah. The one thing I don't know about, and maybe Adwuga can tell me what it's about, is that the player character has a checkpoint that when it spawns it runs into the corner, and I'm not quite sure why. So that kind of confuses me a little bit.
Whoa.
But of course it doesn't do that if you are the player character, but if you jump into edit mode, then all of a sudden your character runs into the corner and then sits there and tries to run into the corner. So it's a little confusing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's maybe... Yeah, I have no idea why. But anyways, I don't know if you saw that, but I just strangled that guy and he dropped his spear down down the ledge. And then another rabbit on the lower level just ran after the spear and flew down. Just jumped down to his death after the spear. That's how important weapons are in Overgrowth.
Yeah, in my playings around with Lugaro Challenge 5, I would always steal the knife away and throw the knife off the edge so that everyone else would run after it and jump to their demise. That was always one of my favorite ways to kill people in Lugaru, was by tricking them into jumping off of the edge to their own demise. And I can't remember which level it was, but there was one level where if you ran around enough, you could get like 5 or 6 guys all chasing you simultaneously, and then I would run to this ledge, and if you ran to the ledge and you ran off the ledge really fast, came back, you would actually land on this little edge, and then you would watch all 6 guys jump over you off the edge to their death. It was awesome.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I can't play Lugaru anymore, so I don't know if I have a way to record it to show you guys.
Oh.
But yeah, for some reason on my computer, I guess my processor is too fast, is David's thought on some of the newer Mac versions, and so weapons don't go to sleep, and so they will sort of freak out and spin around in place and then go flying off into the distance and crash the game, and yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I remember in the Linux version they had a similar thing where, yeah, weapons would start spinning around and stuff. I thought it was just a Linux thing, but apparently not.
I think it's a Linux and Mac thing, and I'm sure that it's probably related, and I don't know if it was ever resolved or not, but certainly my version of the game still does it, and usually just crashes on release, so it crashes whenever I load a level, so yeah, pretty much impossible for me to play Lugaru at the moment. Although I have a Windows partition now, I guess I could run it in Windows.
Yeah, you could try. I think it works in Windows actually.
Should.
Okay, so I'm getting through this level here right now, trying to find my way up. It feels like I'm supposed to go up anyways.
Yeah, what a crazy amount of things to parkour around, huh?
Yeah, and then I fell down.
Did you fall and crash into things and... I can't see where... Oh, there you're falling. Oh, but you didn't die.
Nope. Which is good. Okay, so I've never played this before, as I said, because it was so recently released. So we'll see if I can find my way up here. Oop, wee. No! God damn it!
So anyway, it looks like it's a fun level.
Yeah, I sure want to try doing this more, but well, yeah, I came like 1/5 of the way up or something. So that's probably a project for a video. So I'm thinking I'll probably create a video of this level during the week. So keep an eye out on the on the Overgrowth Weekly YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Sweet. So that was Adwooga's Assassin's Playground. Video is to be expected in the near future. And that's the end of the community segment for this week. And that brings us to the community side notes segment, where we take... Yeah, it's kind of like the community segment, but we just go through everything much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And first we have the weekly script dump by Learn More. So Learn_More, every week he releases a dump of what you can do when you're scripting in Overgrowth. So you get a list of all the functions you can call and all that kind of fun stuff. So if you're interested in getting into scripting for Overgrowth, this is the thing you need to download.
Yep.
And next we have Last's Blood mod that was updated this week as well. So this mod allows you to... It gets you more blood in Overgrowth, so if you're into blood, that's nice. And
yay, blood.
Wee. And recently he's also started bundling his No Death mod, so they're in the same mod. You get a menu when you press escape where you can activate and deactivate both mods. So that's really cool addition.
Yeah.
So check that out. And next we have the linear level kit by Zremulis. He updated it, so it works with the latest alpha. This mod allows you to place checkpoints and kill surfaces in the game in your levels.
And it sounds like someone is about to use it in a new level, so I'm excited to see what they do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Adwooga said that. Maybe it's... Oh, that was the level that he just released, so... It looks like he didn't use the mod. Yeah, I mean, Adwooga released the level we just showed, Assassin's Playground, today, and he posted this 2 days ago, and he said that his level was almost done, and we should expect it soon, so... It seems like he decided not to include it.
That's too bad.
Yeah, would have been cool.
Yep.
Still a very cool mod, this linear level kit, so we think you should at least play around with it and see what you can come up with. It allows you to limit and give freedom to the player in different ways.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then we have your mod, Anton, the main menu mod.
Yeah.
Which was updated with a new level.
It was updated with one new level, which was Zeramules' Challenge 5, and probably by tomorrow I should have the Assassin's Playground from Adwooga in there as well. So, yeah, it's continuing to come. I was starting this week to look at adding all of the old broken levels from the Wolffire team. There's this whole folder full of levels that mysteriously don't work. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to add all of them to my mod. And unfortunately, we don't have the assets available to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, it turns out all of the mods that are all of the levels from the Wolffire team that are in the Project 60 folder that don't load, we don't have the terrain for it, so it's actually literally not possible to load it currently. So, oh well.
Yeah.
This week's update may also. I've heard that Aubrey may be releasing the map with his new hut this week. So already I'm guessing that when we watch the art asset overview, we can talk about it. But one of the main pieces that he highlights in his art asset overview is already included in my main menu mod. So, yeah.
Wait, what did you just say?
One of the levels that he shows off, the bridge level where you are supposed to drag. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that level was actually, it was never officially released, but it was maybe accidentally released, and I added that into my mod last week as well, and it continues to work this week. So,
Okay. I see the desert bridge level here in the by the default levels.
yes, correct. I put that in there.
Okay, I see.
Since it's not a custom map, I put the desert bridge level there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Yeah.
Very interesting. I was considering, or I was thinking, was this level added this week and they didn't tell us, or like what happened? But so it's good to know that it was added by you.
Yes, that was added by me this week. But it's not a custom map, so I put it with the default maps.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you know, my guess is that if and when they release it, I'll have to adjust my mod to sort of compensate, since they'll probably use a different picture and things like that. So.
Cool, cool. So that's your main menu mod. So if you download the main menu mod, there's actually a main menu mod, I guess you could say, a main menu mod downloader. So you download the downloader that is created by Samus Aran, if that's the correct pronunciation.
I don't know.
And that program will automatically download this main menu mod for you and update it if there's an update when you're on it.
Right. It's actually much easier to install using that because it installs it for you and then updates it as well. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's super sweet. You get access to, like, what is it, 46 or something? Custom maps without having to do almost
It's now
anything.
48. Yeah, 48 custom maps. And when I add Assassin's Challenge, it will be 49. So whoever releases the next map will have that magic number 50 custom maps in my mod. Yeah. Better start making your maps.
Yeah. Go for it, folks. Okay, next we have a video. Turner won't be held down by Afromana. Yeah. So this is a split screen video. I don't think we have seen much split screen before, but it basically shows off a pretty funny bug that if you hold someone while they're dead and then you revive them with X, you get some quite funny effects.
Yeah.
So you can check that out if you're interested in taking a closer look at the bugs in Overgrowth. There you go.
Earlier this week I was playing one of the levels and I was trying to see what happens if I dragged the other player character, but it's kind of hard when you're the only person doing it. So.
Yeah, you're kind of sitting with one controller like in your armpit and kind of like trying to reach the keyboard and pressing the right keys and trying to reach with your thumb to the thumbstick.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of hard, but
I like to use my tongue. It helps a lot.
Sexy.
Ooh la la.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this week I should say that's the end of the community side note segment, and we get into the news segment. So not a lot of news this week, which actually reminds me that I missed a news item this week. So let's actually start out with that news item before we get to the art asset overview. It's a pretty quick one anyway. Okay.
The tweets? You missed a bunch of tweets too.
Did I?
Uh-huh.
I remember the tweets being not very significant.
They weren't very significant, but you missed them. They were about the NVIDIA cards and how he wants to optimize for them and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the problem that I think a lot of people have been having with their laptops, where they have good laptops, but Overgrowth doesn't run as well as it should. And that's because they're using their like processor graphics card instead of their real graphics card or something like that.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyways, he wants to make that work better. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but hopefully it is. So if anyone's wondering if you're having one of those laptops and you were watching this right now and you're looking for the solution, I can as well tell you that you need to, what was it?
Right-click on the game and then tell it to use your NVIDIA processor instead of your Intel processor.
Yes, exactly. So there's that, and there's the Happy Halloween video that they created that I wanted to talk about as well.
That was awesome.
Actually, it's not made by Wolfire, it's made by Tapio, and I don't think it's even made for Overgrowth in specifically.
Well, he put Happy Halloween from Camo Sound and Wolfire.
Oh, he did?
Because these are Overgrowth sounds that, like the foot stomps and the running around and the wolf sounds. Those are all Overgrowth sounds that he's using to make this video.
I see. I was a bit confused there because since his channel is not only for Overgrowth stuff, he has for all of his games that he is making sound effects for.
Right.
He just puts up videos for all of them. And I thought this was, yeah, there it goes, Wolfire Games. So I thought this was just a general, like, Happy Halloween video to all of the people that basically follow him.
Right.
But apparently not, so that's nice. It's a nice video.
It's funny.
I like the little text they have there also. Tapia hasn't been replying to our sound effect requests for the last few days, so we sent someone else out to check for him. Here's the video that was recovered. Why haven't I read about this in the news? Weird. Anyways, let's move on to the art asset overview number 23 this week.
Cool.
And it's an extra long this time, so I'm not sure if we even can look through the whole thing.
Well, let's just talk about it. Let's just kind of scan through it, and we'll talk about what he talks about.
Welcome to the
How's that?
asset overview.
Sounds good.
It's been a while since I did a video, so I have a lot of
It's totally worth watching though, because Aubrey's videos are always awesome.
David showed this
Yeah.
a little bit.
And but yeah, it would be easy for us to get stuck on every portion of it.
Scenario here is that you have your buddy that you have.
So here it kind of starts out with showing off the level, how it was intended to be played, and how you can get past some of the different obstacles in the level.
Yep.
Stealth kill these guys, or you can
Which actually, I don't know if you've tried this level. After I added it to the mod, I started playing it, and it's actually when I first saw the level, and there's sort of, when you first start it, there's this random bunny that falls from the sky and dies at your feet. I was like, that was weird. I bet that's a mistake. But now that I understand why he falls from the sky and dies at your feet, I actually tried playing the level, and there are still some places where maybe I knocked a guy off the side of the thing, and it caused other rabbits to investigate, but I found that there weren't some of the stealth moments that Aubrey had. They were like investigating off the edge of the cliff, so it was actually really easy to just walk past them and stuff. But you know,
yeah, I don't know how I feel about these kinds of levels in general. It feels like you know, in Luguru you had only combat challenges basically. So it was always just killing people and being good at that. But here it obviously he wants to incorporate some real, like, different challenges into the game that are more different. So he's going to show another challenge later as well. But do you feel like this is something that would be good? Do you feel that it would be a good kind of gameplay for the game?
Well, I think it's the type of, it's some gameplay that does make sense in the context of the game, and you know, something that could potentially happen. So
too hard.
I think experimenting with and finding what kinds of gameplay elements you can include in the game is an interesting solution. So I had fun playing it this way, and I often have fun when I play those kinds of levels in other games. You know, there are definitely other games where I have to pick up my comrade and carry him, and then I have to set them down to fight and stuff. And usually I like those levels, but not if they're in excess. Like I don't like to do it too many times, and it feels a little gimmicky if you have like 4 levels in your campaign that all use that type of thing. But as a challenge level, I think it could be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I feel kind of the same way. It feels almost a bit gimmicky, but hopefully they won't overuse it. But I think it's good for challenges. I like that he's trying to diversify the challenges and not have them be just killing stuff.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think it's good.
I think it will be awesome.
Story information in the game.
Totally. So here he goes.
I mean green.
Yes, it would be green. Yeah, I almost said the I word. So, anyways, he goes on to talking about these storytelling
elements.
Storytelling elements.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I think it's really, really awesome.
You like the sort of cartoon conversation with a lot of pains like that?
I think that he will probably, you know, make it so that you can only see 1 or maybe 2 or 3 panes at a time, so you won't be like, whoa, what's going on? At least I hope. But I really like the idea. I mean, he showed this to us in the IRC a while ago, and I mean, it's not like I could not follow the story. It was really easy for me to understand what was going on, and it makes it feel much cooler than if they would just have written it. If they would just have some character just say this, it's not as cool as actually seeing it. Because when they speak, they don't speak English or whatever. So it actually makes sense to have it be images.
Yeah.
In a way.
That does make sense. So, you know, I'm sort of curious to see how this unfolds, because when I see this sort of wall of images, I become a little disinterested, like in trying to look at every pane and figure it out when it's like that. So hopefully you're right, where it does end up being sort of, you know, 1 or 2 panes at a time, and then we see what happens.
I'm kind of like right now I just got a bit of an idea that in the game, when you're playing, you'll probably in some missions have companions, I'm guessing. And they could perhaps be communicating with that in-game language, with just having like speech bubbles pop up next to them, shown like maybe just shown an image of what they see, or what they want to convey, or maybe just using the language that Aubrey made up and he showed in the last artist overview, or was it the one before that, or something like that?
Yeah.
Like having that be kind of dynamic like that would be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Work.
But anyways, yeah, I really like the image stuff. As I said, it's a lot of images at once right now, so hopefully he'll present them in a more easy to see way.
We'll see what happens. Right now it's still a concept, and so I think the concept is great, and I loved those first style of the first concept arts that he showed off. So I think maybe it's just a you know, yeah, I mean, we'll see how it turns out. I want to see what really happens. So
yeah,
seems cool.
Indeed. So then he goes on. Damn it, I said the I word. Anyways, and then he goes on to showing off this level that he created. He said he created it because he had played some game or seen the images from games, I guess, or something like that recently, and he wanted to try create something like it in Overgrowth.
Yep.
Can you see which game he's talking about?
I don't know which game, although I've certainly read some hypotheses. Do you know which game it is?
I don't know, but I feel like it could be Rage. I haven't played Rage, but I feel like it looks kind of like Rage.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
Anyway, it looks really good, especially considering he has used just one asset type.
Plus
really
plus
cool.
decals.
Yeah, of course, decals as well.
Decals definitely make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Apparently everyone in the chat agrees that it's Rage. Oh, he even said it was Rage, according to Tanya Vic.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's settled then. But yeah, it really looks really nice. Really.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm
So here's another test level.
you know, it looks pretty. I don't know what it's like to play yet, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. That's true, it might be
concepts.
super
And
boring to
this
play.
one is that
Who knows?
you're a priest of
Yeah.
this religion that
I'm also
requires
sort of
blood
curious
sacrifice,
what is so
and
different
more
about the
blood
way
you can sacrifice,
that they create the levels for Rage compared to the way that they create levels for Overgrowth. Is it just that Overgrowth is modular and in Rage everything is custom made or something? Or I don't know why it's so different.
It's probably something like that, I'm guessing.
It didn't quite work.
Yeah.
Although
Okay, so here goes on anyways to talking about this other challenge level that he's been playing around with, where you need to, I guess, inflict maximum damage on a ragdoll. Is the idea?
Something like that, yeah.
Still kind of fun.
It feels like a kind of weird idea to me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know how it. I don't understand how it would work. If you know what I mean.
I think the idea is that it's kind of a King of the Mountain type thing, where probably if there are sort of hordes of rabbits climbing up the stairs to you, and then you have to sort of get them to fall down the temple, and the more that you get to fall down that specific chute and spill, you know, their blood in sacrifice, then you win the most.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that if they're coming towards you, running up the stairs or something. That would be kind of funny, actually, if it was like a peak and then you just need to survive for as long as you could.
Yeah,
but I get
that's kind of what I get.
I got the feeling that the idea of the game mode was just to drop ragdolls, which felt
I guess we'll see.
a bit weird. But yeah, I guess we'll see, as you say. Okay, so he goes on to showing these huts that you mentioned before.
Yeah.
They look
looking
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're looking awesome. I like the huts since they have interiors. They kind of new because of that.
Right. Yeah, they kind of look like little mushroom houses to me. Oh, maybe this is a Mario tribute.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So hopefully we'll be able to check those assets out in the next alpha released like tomorrow or today, depending on where you live.
Depending where you live. Like 10 hours for me, maybe. 8 to 10 hours, sort of typical time frame.
Yeah. So yeah, super long art asset overview this week. Lots of nice stuff in there. You will probably want to watch it again with sound outside of Overgrowth Weekly to get all of it.
Yeah.
But in general, loads of stuff in there. Loads of stuff. Very nice art asset overview.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Okay. So that is actually the end of the agenda. That's all the items that are on the agenda for this week, and that means that this show is over.
Yay! I guess.
Yay! No, it's more like aww.
Aww.
Not
Yeah,
ever.
I totally missed the whole first portion of that. Sorry about that, guys.
It's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
and I was so excited to talk about the sounds being dampened and the investigation mode. He did mention, by the way, in his video that he's planning on adding what I was talking about before, where low frequencies pass through more than high frequencies. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But it's what's that?
props to you, man, I guess, or something.
Well, I think from what it sounded like, it's just going to be an aesthetic thing though, and not a not functional.
Yeah, I mean, it would have almost the same... you wouldn't be able to notice it anyway, I think.
Well, it would sort of... That depends. It depends on what you're doing. Like what I was saying before, dumping a dead body will create a lower pitched sound than like throwing a rock. So it would be more likely that they would hear a dead body falling on the ground in a certain situation through a wall than they would a rock landing through a wall.
Mm.
Or with high frequencies, you could throw a rock down a long reflective hallway, and those high frequencies would reverberate back and forth between the two, potentially alerting the guards earlier or leading them in the wrong direction if you wanted to use it as a diversion. So I think there could be functional uses for the quality of sound, but I understand that it's sort of, I'm asking for a lot, so...
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's... We often say this here, but David is very good. So I'm sure he will have a very, very good solution to the sound stuff.
I'm sure he will.
So yeah, just go to ogweekly.com and click these links here to go to wherever, man. Just go to websites where you can check out some more Overgrowth Weekly stuff. Follow us on YouTube. I think that's the most important one, because there you'll get new videos of custom maps and stuff. So that's very interesting. And of course, on Twitch TV, you need to hit that follow button to get notified when we go live. Girth just asked me also very quickly at the end here what the status is on the Linux version of Overgrowth, and the last thing we heard was that the guy who's working on it introduced himself, and he said he would post work in progress screenshots when he got something to work. But he hasn't posted anything yet. But we're expecting it at least within a month, I'm hoping.
We'll see. I don't know how long it takes to port things, but definitely under development, as my namesake has mentioned in the chat.
Yes, indeed. So, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys. Have fun.